This is why you should start creating content on your phone. Just get started. If you really think about it, some of YouTube's biggest creators use their iPhone for majority of their footage. As someone who's been creating content for over a decade now, I've accumulated a lot of camera gear from mirrorless cameras to different types of vlog cameras and many different types of lenses for different use cases. Of course, there was a time on YouTube where content was rewarded for having both quality and value, whether that's entertainment value, people subscribe to you because they find you funny or just entertaining in general, or because you provide information. So say you teach people how to cook or teach people how to dance, people will come to you for that information. I know when I first started watching YouTube, I would look up, videos on how to skateboard, and those videos really helped me out and it made me want to support the creator. I know when I first started creating content over like a decade ago, yeah, I taught people how to do different things in different mobile games, and that's how I got started. And obviously, way back when, it's so crazy to say that, it makes me feel old. But way back when, competition was obviously way lower. So quality, a lot lower. But over the years, people needed to differentiate themselves from the content that other people were making. Say they all wanted to teach people on how to skateboard, but you don't want to be a clone of another creator. So you have to set yourself apart. And the best way, I guess, to set yourself apart at that time was to increase your quality, get better equipment, have better backdrops, have better editing. And with that also comes with, spending more money on your content. And over time, people start spending tens of thousands of dollars into every single video. Like, I'm sure you guys see content where people spend $10,000, or like they do challenges where they give away $100,000. Don't know if they're real or fake, but I know that a lot of money is being put into those videos to even create the videos in the first place, especially with people having like sets. They have movie sets essentially when creating content. And I think there has been a shift recently where people don't want to watch that super high quality production video. Sure, it was super cool to see when it first came out. You're like, it was more of the shock factor. It made people want to really just like tune in, because a normal average consumer, a viewer, wouldn't have $100,000 to spend on a video. So it makes people want to tune in. They're like, whoa, $100,000, like I want to be a contestant. It makes people curious, it makes people want to see that. But over time, when that's the only type of content that's being pushed out into the algorithm, it makes people think like, man, like they become jaded. They don't want to see that content anymore. As a viewer, I know that people don't want to see that all the time. They're like, oh my gosh, like why are they just throwing away $10,000 like that? That's 4 or 5 months of my rent, maybe even more, who knows? But it makes people feel detached from the creator, if that makes sense, more unrelatable to the viewer. And I think there has been a recent shift in the content creation space where people want to relate more to the creator. And I think that's why a lot of content creators with more of a genuine personality, oh my gosh, my arm is getting tired from holding this camera up. There's more of a need for creators that have more of a genuine personality, and people want to connect to the creator. They want to feel like they're there with the content creator. They want to feel like they're friends with them, even though they're not. That's a whole different story with parasocial relationships and whatnot between the content creator and the viewer. But I totally get why there's a shift in the way YouTube is, and just content creating in general. I need to put this phone down somewhere. My arm. Okay, how's this camera angle? I hope it's good. I just came back from a 1-month trip from Japan, and I brought these two cameras right here, the Sony ZV-1F and the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. And they're both exceptional cameras. I've heard many great reviews about this camera. Everyone loves it. You know, people love this camera for its gimbal, the way that you're able to create cinematic content with just a bite-sized pocket camera. And this one right here, just an easy camera to use, very beginner friendly. But guess what? The entire month I was in Japan, the only thing I used to create content was this phone. And if you don't believe me, I'm vlogging off my phone right now. The only thing I added to it was this attachment for my microphone right here. You don't realize how important audio is until you start vlogging with the iPhone. I'm not saying it's bad, but yeah, it's quite bad, not gonna lie. Like, the amount of background noise you get with this is pretty insane. But I know with the iPhone 16, you get like a feature where it basically removes all the background noise, but I don't have that phone. I have the iPhone 15. But obviously I found myself a solution. All I got was a Bluetooth wireless microphone, and I feel like it does the job. I'm using the Hollyland M2, Lark M2. I don't know what it's called. I'll leave the link down below if you guys are interested. And I also got like this 180 converter, so then it saves a lot of space. I don't have this thing just poking out of my phone. It made it so easy to vlog and just create content while I was on the move. You know what they say, the best camera is the one you always have on you. And technically, I always have my phone with me. And I feel like that's what made things so much easier for me to just not feel too pressured to vlog. I could just take out my phone and both record in vertical format and horizontal format, which made it so easy. All you have to do is start pressing record and then swap it over, or like turn your phone over, super easy. And don't get me wrong, the Osmo Pocket 3 can also do that, but you would have to have something extra on you. But that's what I'm saying. It makes it so easy to create content because this phone is always gonna be on you. And don't get me wrong, I value my quality a lot. And I think it's come to a point where iPhone quality, or just phone quality in general when it comes to cameras, has gotten so good that it's pretty comparable with some of these top tier cameras. Obviously, you know, there's limitations with these cameras and whatnot, but I'm just saying, for the most part, you're able to tell your story, you're able to document, and that's what really matters the most, right? And nowadays, there's so many gadgets and tools that you're able to use with the iPhone. Like, we have this MagSafe adapter, so you don't even need to like screw your camera in. All you have to do is, you know, place your phone, and there you go, it's attached. Like, another example is I have this attachment in my car. And if I spin this around and I place my phone right here, when I'm driving, I could get a nice view of myself, right? I truly do believe that content creation has become so easy thanks to our phones. And of course, gadgets like this. Like this thing right here, all you need is MagSafe for the iPhone and also a suction cup. You put it against something and activate the suction and you're good to go. Let me show you an example. If I want to get like a really cool shot right here, you know, I'm using my my mirror right here. Let's get a shot from over here. Activate the suction at the top of the mirror. And now I'm just gonna place you guys up here. There you go. And the job is done. And now you can see me do like a little mirror fit pick or something like that. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. You can get some pretty creative shots with this thing. And to end off this video, this is what I used to start my YouTube journey. This is the iPod Touch 4th generation that I used back when I was 12 years old. So it just goes to show, you know, it doesn't take much to get started. I know damn well there's no excuses for anyone out there because the term iPad kid is a thing for a reason. There has to be enough kids with iPads out there for that to be an actual term, you know what I mean? But yeah, I don't want this video to feel like an ad for Apple or something like that, which it obviously isn't. I would get in trouble if I didn't say, oh, this video is sponsored by, no. I'm saying you can literally create content with anything. You can create a content with Android, your webcam on your, like your laptop or stuff like that. I started with this and I earned enough money using this device right here to buy me a laptop, which helped me be able to edit videos quicker, better, and I just went from there. Now I have, I guess because of content creation, I was able to buy this house right here. So I just want this video to serve as motivation for everyone watching this video, and just, you know, I guess send this as a message to myself as well, to not take it too seriously when it comes to quality. Just put content out there and just be yourself. That's the best thing you can do for yourself.